Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's live stream. So, how are we all doing today? A little bit of a technical snafu there. I don't know why, but sometimes when I go to launch my stream, it creates a brand new separate stream. So I have to quickly end that and then hopefully pick the right one because it creates two entries and then go live with the correct one. So here we are. Hopefully you can see me. Let's start by taking a look at the weather. So I've just got to quickly update my calculation. It's changed since I set it up about 15 minutes ago. So currently 25 Celsius here in Secret Harbour, just south of Perth. Nice temperature at the moment, although it's going to get, to use the technical term, bloody hot. We're looking at 36, which is, so current temperature equals 77 Fahrenheit. 36, no, not 2,536. I'd definitely not be around if it was that. 36 is about 97 Fahrenheit, so going to be a nice warm day. A bit cooler than yesterday, thankfully. Monday, wow, Monday's looking to be a stinker of it as well. 37, max of 37. We'll get a little bit of respite coming after that. So that's the weather. Let's go back to the camera and we'll hit the comments. So David, good evening or morning in Western Australia. It's currently clear and 39 Fahrenheit or 4 Celsius, and it's going to be a low of, wow, 25 Fahrenheit or minus 4 Celsius in the capital city of Austin in Texas, US. Earth, the Sol, Milky Way, cool. Oh, what's outside? There's the galactic cluster. I can't remember what that's called. Lovely though to have that precision. Blonde Scales 1, hello from Arkansas where it's 30 Fahrenheit. Power is back on and the ice is still melting. Oh, ice. Ooh. Andreas, good day from Trinity Beach, just north of Cairns. It's currently 29 Celsius and sunny as I lay in the shade of a palm tree on the beach watching the sun rise over the waves. Yeah, many years ago we went on a holiday to Cairns, and whilst we're there I did go on like swimming on the Great Barrier Reef. I can remember it because I found Nemo. Lots of other fish, but it's Nemo that I remember. They also had like a little submarine, so you could go like a submarine tour around, which was really interesting. The Goat Girl, hi from Fort Worth, also 31 Fahrenheit or minus 5 Celsius. No snow, but yikes, it's chilly. Oh. Andreas, not to rub it in or anything, absolutely. 29, perfect temperature. The Goat Girl, hey, I would be. Blonde Scales 1, this weekend is a vast improvement from last. I bet, oh, you will do, I know in the US there was a lot of bad weather last weekend. Jim, hello from Harper's Ferry in West Virginia, where it's currently a chilly 14 Fahrenheit on minus 10. Oh, don't even get me thinking about temperatures like that, I tell you. The Goat Girl, I need y'all's help. I really want to try the Jinhao 992, but the listings for the 6-pack do not list the nib size, plus I already have 16 fountain pens. So I bought my 992s and they all had a fine nib. I'm not sure if there is another size. Shall we just pull up Safari, then we can see. Let me just get to AliExpress first. There we go. Let's pull up Safari. No, I don't want those stupid bloody things. So Jinhao 992. Is that? There doesn't seem to be any which are saying it's a 6-pack. They're showing all the colours. 6 pieces. Here we are. So a quick look at this one. So 0.5, which I would say is about a fine. If that helps at all. So let's go back to the camera. Let's go back over there. There was me saying about tech issues again. Blonde Scales 1, only 16. Yes, well, that's how it starts. Unfortunately, it just seems to grow and grow from there. Kiss My, welcome to you. Evening, everybody. 6 Celsius here, so not too bad that. Multiply by 18, divide by 6, add 15, triple it, double it times 9. then subtract 11, so that's somewhere about 44.8ish Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's an interesting calculation, isn't it? Jim, we got something like 7 to 8 inches during the storm. Tony, hello all from Wiltshire in southwest England. Tonight, oh wow, I'm in my narrow boat moored up at Crofton, 6 Celsius and 40 Fahrenheit. Oh, when I was a teenager, we went on a narrow boat trip. Absolutely loved it. Unfortunately, Elaine was never one for any sort of water, so I couldn't convince her to go on one, which is a shame because I think she'd have enjoyed it. The Girl, one of my fountain pen resolutions this year was I had to try it before I buy. I prefer medium nibs, but I bet these are fine. Yeah, they're definitely fine, and certainly mine are fine finds. I don't think I've got a 992 inked up at the moment. I did have, but I think I've cleaned it out. Let me just check. No, that's an 82. No, unfortunately, I don't have a 992 inked up. Kiss My, can we blame Elon and his application for 1 million satellites? Unfortunately, we can't with that one. Blondes Girls 1, we got about 3 inches of sleet and freezing rain. Wow, that's an awful lot. Kiss My, hey Tony, won't say too much here, but a massive thank you. Andreas, I always wanted to try narrow boating in the UK. Marcy Me, welcome to you. Hello, 29 Fahrenheit or 1.6 Celsius. We stayed be. Today I've got Star Wars. There we go. And I'm still on peppermint tea. What was I going to say? Marcy Me, I saw you've got a new video out. I haven't watched it yet. That's on my list of videos to watch later on in the day. Impish, welcome to you. Hi from Michigan. Tony, to Andreas, I must have been to Trinity Beach. I have driven most of the coast road from Cairns to Daintree. Wow, that would have been a pretty journey. Again, when we were in Cairns, we did go up into the rainforest, which was really interesting. Marcy Me, it's below freezing today. The Girl, I'm at the 1.5 year mark. These are all student grade pens. Doesn't matter what grade they are, as long as you're enjoying using them. Kiss My, so grateful. The Girl, you own a narrow boat. Jim, in gorgeous, 20 degrees with our first dusting of snow. Awesome. Tony, to Kiss My, letter arrived then. The Girl, to Marcy Me, yes, it's been. Tony, yes, for about 15 years. Wow, that's awesome. John, -5 here in Manhattan. We've got Marcy Me again with, yes, we've enjoyed an unplanned 5-day shut-in vacay this past week. Ugh. As long as you've got plenty of food and you don't lose your heating, that's the main thing. Kiss My, it sure did. Absolutely blown away. Thank you so much. We'll say more when I finish the letter. The Girl, to Tony, that's so cool. Is it your full-time home? My throat's got a bit funny today. John, greetings to David. And then Blonde Scales 1, 40 hours with no power. At least we got it on before the really cold night last Sunday. I mean, 40 hours with no power. What's worse than that? Because you've got no power, that means 40 hours no internet. That's why I was wondering, because I didn't see your name last week during our live. David, I'm celebrating getting one of the rarest, finest Mont Blanc pens. I traded 2 Mont Blanc solitaires and paid some extra and acquired a Mont Blanc Masters for Meisterstück Meissen porcelain white fountain pen. How many words there did Gary manage to mangle? Awesome. Don't forget, pop a photo in the Discord so we can all have a Google at it. Ricardo, good evening from the America, and it's a good morning from me. Welcome to you, Ricardo. I've got a couple more highs. Tony, no, I lived on Earth for about 4 years and rented out my house, but now split my time between the house and the boat. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Then you can, you got the best of both worlds. Especially because it's your own, so you'd make the decision fairly quick when you want to go onto it. The girl to John, welcome. You're in Manhattan. I've always wanted to visit your neck of the woods. And we've got some haze. And David, to Tony, how are you, sir? The girl, I was just going to ask how you handled the winters. We've got a couple more hellos there. The girl to David, were you all out of school last week? Got another hello. Doing well to David. I survived my first week of teaching and classes went well. Awesome, congratulations on that. The girl, I'm a former teacher. Woohoo. David, we were out on Monday and Tuesday. Kiss my today, evening, David. You'll have to upload some pics for us mere mortals of that new Mont Blanc. Once I shelve my envy, I'll enjoy the pics. Difficult to shelve at times, though. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Andreas, to ask me, so pleased to hear your big announcement. Absolutely, it was. Unfortunately, I don't have mine inked up this week. It's sorry, let me rephrase that. It is inked up, but it's not in my pens that I'm using. David, glad to hear it. John, should I refer to you as Professor from here on out? Ricardo, good morning and many thanks for the wonderful letter. Much appreciated. A letter from me will be forthcoming in the next few weeks. Kiss my, any fires near where you are? Hope not. So there was one during the week on the other side of Perth, which, when you say it that way, it doesn't sound that far away. You know, it's about 150 kilometres. Let me just do a quick conversion to miles. 150 km 2 miles. So about 93 miles. So not exactly what you would call close, but yeah, there was one there. We did have one a few weeks ago, actually, where at the train station I go to, closest train station for about 5 days, and people whose cars were parked there, they had to wait about 2 days until they got the fire more or less contained. Then they were allowed in for 1 hour to pick up their cars that had been parked there. Oh, it must have been awful for them. But I mean, thankfully we got all these firefighters over here. Not sure about anywhere else, but over here, virtually all the firefighters are volunteers. It's not a professional fire force, although they are professionals. It is very much a volunteer fire force. So these are people giving up. Some of them lose their lives while they're doing this. So really, really appreciate that. Blonde Girls 1, yeah, hard to join a live without power for the internet. I know what you mean. Marcy May to Andreas, yes, excited, but dealing with shipping delays due to weather. Share coming soon. The girl, 40 hours without power. Do you have a generator, fireplace, or kerosene heater? David, to kiss my, I'll upload them onto Discord. Simply Orbs, welcome to you, Simply Orbs. The girl went back. We went back Thursday, and I heard of 2 co-workers who slipped on the ice. We should have had a delay. Oh. Oh, I was just double checking. No, I've definitely got sound coming out. Massimi, how are you, my friend? You had 5 days off. We only had 2. Blonde Skills 1. Nope, we huddled under blankets. The old gas wall heater in the bathroom is rusted, so we don't trust it. Oh, thankfully you came through on the other side. And we've got a couple more highs. Marcy, congrats. I've been teaching for 30 years. Kiss my, congrats. It's mad, but I'm looking forward to you getting it. Can't wait for the unboxing and testing reviews. Then we've got some haze. And congratulations to Marcy Me for that from David. The girl to Simply Orbs, did you go to the OC Pen Club meeting? Let's do a quick refresh. Right, that's all there. So, had a number of things come in this week. First one was from AliExpress. So, had a couple of these. These are A5 binders with the 6 rings. I went for these transparent ones. I've got a few projects that I'm thinking about doing, so I thought these will do for using just for specific projects. So that was the first thing that came in. The second thing that came in is pen related. This is from Benny. Let me just get back to the main page. There we go. So from Benny, and this is a pen, obviously, because it's from Penny. So let me carefully open this. So it's in the new boxes. And here it is. So this was very generously sent to me by Benny. I'll take it out so we can have a closer look. Let me go to the overhead camera for that. So here we go. So this is from their gem collection. This is Gem 09. And the gem collection are like prototypes, one-offs, things that they were just experimenting with. So they are fairly unique. Some of them there's only like the one, that's it. Others might be 2 or 3 if they were prototyping it. Very, very nice. This is in the Bennu Hort shape. And when they asked me what nib, I said, you surprised me. So here we are. We've got a fine nib. That'll be interesting, looking forward to trying that one out. But that's not all, as they say. Also had another big package come in. If you follow me on socials, you must be know that I've now got a 3D printer, which I'm calling Edna. It's been non-stop. It arrived on Thursday. I slowly set it up. I'm actually going to do a video on setting it up. I haven't got actual footage of being set up. I've got various photos so I can talk through setting it up and my first impressions. That might not be for a week or 2. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be introducing a 4th video each week onto the channel. And that 4th video is going to be about 3D printing. So channel still going to be primarily fountain pen focused, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to stop any, not even planning to cut down what I do for fountain pens. This will be an additional video. I'm not sure, it might be fortnightly or it might be weekly. My current thought is to do it weekly, but we'll just see how I go. So yeah, that was my big acquisition. I've been printing all sorts, so I've got here a little iPhone stand. I've got 2 of these now, fountain pen rests for my desk. What else have I got? I've done a little ruler thing. I've done a toolbox. This has got all the tools for the printer. I've done all sorts. It's literally been going virtually non-stop. So yeah, absolutely loving it. So I'm still hearing myself. I'm just double checking. So that was things that have come in. So the girl to Marcy Me, wow, 30 years. Thank you for your dedication. Marcy Me, yes, anxious but patient with the shipping system due to weather. Simply Orbs, I'm bummed I don't live near there. Jim, Tony, I got on Discord. Let's chat soon about pen making. I've got lots of questions for you about pen making. Let me know if you want me to add a new subsection for pen making. Quite happy to do that. Andreas, I'm so old, I still think of those 6 ring binder as Franklin planner binders. Yeah, I know what you mean. The girl to Simply Orbs. Oh, I got confused. I thought you were part of that club. My bad. Simply Orbs, whoa, that. We've got hello. Simply Orbs, that's gorgeous. And then Blonde Scales 1, Pretty Bennu. Yeah, my wife used virtually the same words as Simply Orbs when I showed it to her. It is stunning. Really nice. I can't wait to do my first impressions of it, which I'm filming during the week. I can't remember when they're going out live. It won't be too long though. Marcy Me, Gary, I've got that A5 ring binder filled with Tomoe River sheets from Sterling Ink. I need to share it. Yeah, please. I'd love to see how people do set up binders and stuff. I say I've got a couple just to try them, because I do have my my Star Wars one, which is my main one. But what I'm thinking of doing is, let me just move this out of the way. There we go. What I'm thinking of doing is I want to write a novel. I'm still in the outlining stage, but I'm thinking that will be like all the information that or all the things I come up with about the novel will sit in there. So it's all together nice and hidden away. The notepad that Tony sent me a couple of weeks ago, this Oxford one, this is actually what I'm thinking of actually writing it in. I'm going to write it out by hand and then type it up. Well, I won't type it up, I'll actually dictate it. So that's my thoughts. David, to me, how much delay did the weather cause? I was imagining some horror stories. Yeah, I would think so. Hopefully they'll catch up fairly quickly though. Tony to Jim, excellent, that would be great. I'll look forward to your message. Simply Orbs, all good, I just wish I lived closer. Blonde Scales 1, I saw the pic of the printer. John, thank you and congratulations to you on 30 years. What do you teach? The Goat Girl, that Bennu pen was lovely. So will you address your 3D printer as Dame Edna II? I didn't actually think about it that way, but yeah, I might do. I like to give things names. That's what. That's the main reason. So my iPad's Endeavour. My phone is Humphrey. The dishwasher's Wilma. You know, I give things names. So yeah, I thought Edna, that'll do. It really, you know, Edna to me, a bit of an oldie-fashioned type name, but I've known a couple of Ednas and they've always been hard-working. And that 3D printer, it's got to be hard-working. Andreas, congrats on the printer, Gary. I saw you printed the scraper. Yeah, oh, I'll tell you something, it's been virtually non-stop, as I said. I printed like 4 of these. I'm going to do some Star Trek ones, but I need to get blue filament. I've only got 4 different colours. The machine I've got, it's got what they call an AMS feed, and I can have 4 different colours loaded up. So, yeah, that's going. Jim, I still have trouble with my 2D printer. Yeah, when I was saying to Elaine about it, she thought it was going to be like a 2D printer. She said, what do you need one of those for? You've already got a printer there that works, and that's right. I've printed off some stuff which she's now... I've just actually this morning finished another one of these, but in red for her. Anything that's going on my desk is white, because everything out here is white. Everything for Elaine's offices or the kitchen is red, because again that's our colours in there. The Goat Girl, Simply Orbs too. Marilyn's group seems extra fun. Kiss My, an extra D makes things a lot easier apparently. Blonde Scales 1, I have a new craft project and it's looking interesting. Yeah, always, I mean the number of projects this is opening. I'm in the middle now of printing out stuff to organise my drawers. So I'm might be moving things around there a little bit. The Goat Girl, oh, what is it? 24 here in Atlanta from Tom. Welcome, Tom. Blonde Scales 1, a temperature cross stitch. Not really ready for a blanket yet. Ricardo, I have new products to announce if they aren't known yet. What are they, Ricardo? I've drop it in. Let's. Brain's going dead again. Sorry, Ricardo. Yeah, drop it in. That'd be awesome to hear. Kiss My Dame Edna 2 has a nice ring to it. It does. I used to love Dame Edna. Wasn't so keen on some of the other of Barry Humphrey's characters, but yeah, Dame Edna was so funny. Tom Morley, well, we've got a hello there. Marilyn, welcome to you, Marilyn. Hi, Gary. Hi, everyone. The Goat Girl, how's it going, Tom? How's your weather? Marcy Me, we've got interested. Got a few hellos coming through. Let me just quickly. Yeah, just clicking on them as I go through. Tom, to the Goat Girl, 24 Fahrenheit now, 15 tomorrow morning. Wow. Oh, you're so cold over there. David, how are things in the east? The Goat Girl, Gary, one of our libraries has 3 3D printers and they're called the Bronte Sisters. Where I grew up in Scarborough, Anne Bronte, one of the sisters, she's buried in the churchyard of St Mary's, which, where I grew up, was literally, I want to say, 200 metres, about 200 feet, something like that, away from where I lived. And there was graves at the top end, but most of it was empty. And that's where we used to play a lot. So, I mean, yeah, we used to, if anybody asked where we were at Anne Bronte's, and they knew where that was. So, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's a little aside. Ricardo Sailor has introduced 3 new 1911 large versions. The first is already available in the UK and is a steel nibbed version of the large called Casual L. I might look at that because I've got the Compass, which is like a 1911 but a short version. Pardon me. So I might look out for that. Tony, I have sound on everything except Gary's show. We'll watch it when I get home. Have a great week all, and thanks, Gary. John, I don't know if it was weather related or not, but my first Bennu made it all the way to New York City and then got sent to Miami for some incomprehensible reason. It's now back somewhere in New York. Yeah, don't you just love the way these things, these companies do it? I'm assuming it was FedEx or something like that. They can go all over before they actually hit you. Simply Orbs, congrats on the print, Gary, thank you. I'll tell you something, loving it. Tom, no snow to speak of, but cold, cold, cold. We've got a couple more highs. Ricardo, Sailor is now introducing 2 new nibs in gold, a 14 karat gold version for the large and an 18 version of the same size for the 1911L. Yeah, I've given the price of gold, I can understand them wanting to maybe adjust them down a little bit. David, cold, 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 cold here too. Oh, sorry. Oh. Big yawn there. The Goat Girl, so glad y'all didn't get snow. We got a hey there. Blonde Scales 1, I had a Jet Pens package, made it to Memphis, then it went back to California, then to me by a different route. Amazing, isn't it? The Goat Girl, how was your pen club? Blonde Scales, that was annoying. Andreas, I'm sure you're across this, Gary, but speaking from experience, Sunlu filament, PLA and PETG work really well on Bamboo Labs printers and are way cheaper. Yeah, so I bought the printer from Officeworks. So I bought the filaments that I've got also from Officeworks. So I got 3 Bamboo Labs ones, they work perfectly, and I got like the Officeworks own brand one, I can't remember its name now, Keytech I think it was, which is in like a cream colour. That one has a habit of like crossing over the filament, so jamming as it's working. So if I'm printing anything with that, I have to sit here and watch it so I can keep releasing it. But yeah, I saw on Amazon, I was actually looking yesterday that they had them Sunlu ones, so I'm gonna most probably order some of those. They were about, I think they were about $26. That's Aussie dollars. So I've got a number of colours that I want and a couple of spares, I think. Marilyn, it was so good. Jim, that's USPS for you. Marilyn, currently 77 Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius. So that's the same as here. Ricardo, Sailor says the 14 karat is for those that prefer a stiffer nib, and the 18 seems to be a bouncier version. Just hearing movement in the kitchen. Marilyn, yay. Oops, Simply Orbs. It's freezing here in Peachtree City, Georgia. Just getting out my little check. Elvis, Gary, you're slacking off. I don't see your office with Valentine decorations to match Christmas. Yeah, we don't do Valentine's here. Well, people in Australia do, but we don't, because just don't do it. I think if I gave V-Lane something for Valentine's, it'll be, what's this? And it'll be thrown back at me. Blonde Scales 1, at least with the USPS, my packages can sit safely in the post office instead of on the porch. Gary and Brontes. Wow, what a funny story. Massimi, interesting Bronte story on memory. Thanks for sharing that. So I've got loads of them, I tell you. The Goat Girl, I hope you all don't get ice or snow. Simply Orbs. So the Goat Girl, we had little flurries earlier, but I think the ground is too warm for anything to stick. John, Gary, it was USPS. Weirdest mail thing that has ever happened to me. It's been a mixed week. One bottle of bilberry successfully delivered, and one from Amazon completely busted. Yeah, I think in this weather, or the weather you're getting, that would be one of the risks, isn't it? If it gets cold enough that the ink freezes. Kiss My, porch pirate problems. Fortunately, we don't have that issue here, but saying that, we're normally home, so it's brought in fairly quickly. Jim, I've got a PO box, I can do that. But the street address box is one of those community boxes at the entrance to the subdivision. Oh, yeah. So it's a bit of a. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of a chance. That's not the word I was looking for, but it'll mean something like that. Marilyn, it's been a rather warm winter. Yeah. Although I don't know, sometimes you do want that bit of cold, don't you? The Goat Girl, I had a friend in Florida send me some pens and ink. It flew to Chicago, Illinois, then got to Fort Worth. The Goat Girl, woo. Blonde Scales 1, she would turn down Valentine's chocolate. Oh no, she wouldn't turn it down, but it'd still be thrown back at me as if, and what's this for? And then some words that I won't use on the channel. Whoops, I don't know, I just managed to click on that crowny thing. There we go. Marilyn, my boyfriend managed to pick a fight on Valentine's Day and proposed to me on the same day at Six Flags in a roller coaster. Awesome. That'd actually be quite a good story. David, 91, 92, all the way up to 99 equals 945. That pretty much sums up the 90s. Yes, no more said. Blonde Scales 1, we've got a PO Box 2. David, a man was told by police that his dog chased a man on a bicycle and bit him twice. He said, he can't be my dog can't even ride a bicycle. Oh my lord, I think we're going, oh. And then the girl, what a great proposal story, absolutely. Let's head on over to the next segment. Not that one. So 2 buttons next to each other. That's better. 2 buttons next to each other, so what does Gary do? He presses the wrong one. So the pen of the week. That was the Narwhal Nautilus. Here we go. This is in it was the first one, Nocturna, it was some weird name anyway. Beautiful. Nice colours, ebonite. Not a lot of ink left in this now. On here I've got a double broad nib, a really nice wide nib. So we've got here for some reason the mic's not facing the right way. There we go, I've just turned that. Stop moving, you bugger. So double broad. Price, you're looking about 196 Aussie dollars. It doesn't want to write for me. Let me just pull out yet another one of these. I'll have to order some more soon. I'm just going to fetch that in just to rest my hand on. The ink. Diamine Energy. So an extreme sheening. Depending on the paper, I see more or less of the green sheen. What I've done with this one, at the start of the week, the nib was very, very smooth. So I've actually attacked it with a little bit of emery board. Best way I can describe it, and I know it's going to sound very sexy, this is what ladies used to do their nails with, just to add a bit of roughness to it, which has really made it nicer. I've still got a little bit of work to do on it, but yeah, really enjoying that. But that's now going into the clean out pot. So the first pen, oops, let's move and press the button first. So the first pen that I used as a daily pen is the Waterman Karen in Marine Amber. 18 karat gold nib. Out of ink. I will try and write with it, but I don't think it will write. Absolutely stunning pen. Looks beautiful. So let's see if I can write with it. Nah. So the ink in here was Colourverse Blue Hole. Really liked that. This pen, about 460 Aussie dollars. Oh, beautiful to write with. But this is a use me up month, so that's the reason I'm not refilling it. Otherwise, it would have had more ink in it. Next up, from Asvine, I've got the Asvine V169. This has got chameleon ink in it. Again, may not write because it's out of ink. I've emptied loads of pens this week. We've got a medium nib on here. Very, very wet writing pen, this. So let's see if this one will write. No, let me just give it a shake just in case. No. So, sorry, another one we can't write with. The ink in here was Diamine, Fur and Fog. So, another one for the clean out pot. Next up, this one should write, from Faber-Castell, the Hexo. This is really nice. I mean, it's 60 Aussie dollars. It's a really, really affordable pen. To me, I cannot understand why people prefer the Lamy Safari over this. Again, I don't know why my mic is moving a lot today. Let me just try moving this cable, see if that'll help stop it moving. We've got a fairly small looking nib, but oh, it's beautiful. In here, you can get a converter. I just refill the cartridge, mainly because I forgot to order the converter. It needs to be a Faber-Castell converter. Looks like this now is getting fairly low on ink as well, so it may or may not write. I do intend, when I order something from a shop which sells them, I do intend to get a converter for this. So, here we go. Got a broad nib. Price, as I said, just let me double, triple check. Oh, I was wrong with the price. 50 Aussie dollars. And the ink is from Colourverse. Diamond Planet, not Plant. This paper, by the way, is Midori MD cotton pad. So there's a bit of texture to it, and I love the way this feels as I'm writing. So that one, how much ink is left in it, did I say? Whoops. So I've just managed to take the cap off and leave the converter inside. Thankfully, there's not a lot of ink. I think I might get another day or so out of this, but we'll have to see. So I've now got ink all over my fingers. Let me just clean off. There we go. So the next pen, again another one which may or may not write. This is from Canwrite. This is the Canwrite Heritage. This is a piston filler, and you've got a blind cap there, which I really, really like. You've got an ink window. As you can see, I've already moved the piston all the way down. I've got that beautiful nib there. This is a medium nib. No, it's not. This is an extra broad nib. So let's see if this one will write. Price for this is about 42 Aussie dollars. Difficult to give the Aussie dollar price because you buy it in US dollars. The ink is by Diamine, and it's Pineapple Spritz. There we go, and we're out. So that's another one for the clean out pot. This ink, I've got to be honest, a bit too pale for me. So I'm likely to put this one into the giveaway pile. Not sure yet, I might keep it because it's actually not too bad when I'm writing with it. As long as it's something that I don't need to photocopy or I'll take a photo of, I think we might get away with it, but not 100% certain. Next up is a Jim Edwards creation. This is Kira. There we go. Stunning pen, made for me by Jim Edwards in the colourings of my little baby Kira. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got on here converter again, nearly out of ink. As I say, it's a use me up month, so the idea is to get these pens emptied. And we've got this gorgeous nib on here. So we've got here just let me prime the fade. That one's plain silly because there's no ink in it. So guess where this will be going when we're finished? Right, hopefully I've managed to put a little bit of ink into the feed. Yep. Jim Edwards Kira pen. If you're interested in a pen by Jim, well, it's in the chat at the moment, but don't forget, you can also go to his website now, hugeelvis.com. And the ink in here, Diamine Overcast. I really like this ink, it's quite a nice colour. So that's a Jim Edwards pen. Whoops. Into the clean out pot. Last pen. This one will definitely write because I know there's plenty of ink left in this. This is by Pilot, and it's the Pilot Custom Heritage 92. And quite a mouthful there. So we've got the flat ends with it being a Heritage model. Piston filling pen. One of the few piston filling Pilots, I believe. Got a number 5 Pilot, number 5 size nib there. This is a 14 karat gold nib. The pen does post. Depending what I'm doing, I usually post this. It does make it feel a little bit on the back heavy side for me, but not too bad. Just for that extra length, because I do find sometimes, although it's usable unposted, it does feel a little bit on the small side. So in here, I've done in that line below, we've got a medium 14 karat gold nib. And the price for this, you're looking at about 375 Aussie dollars. This was my very first gold nibbed pen. And the ink is by Colourverse. And it's Polar Night. And I see that this was one of the inks that won the that was placed in the top 3 in the Colourverse vote. So yeah, quite enjoying this. I'm thinking there might have been some more some old ink still in here. I thought I'd cleaned it out thoroughly because this is a little bit darker than I was expecting, but it's still seeming really nice. So we've got reds coming through, but we've also got some nice blue. So I think this is, do they call it chroma shading, something like that? So that's the pens I've been using this week. So back to the comments. Where's my moose? There's moose loose about this house. Okay, Blonde Scales 1, and so David begins. Marilyn, I got to play with this pen that was so flexible it shook me. And we've got smiley face there. Huge Elvis Jim. Marilyn, that was a thrill ride, I bet it was. Marilyn, the now all Nautilus. Noctilurna Pelusiana, that's it, that's the name of the model. Simply Orbs, life happens. David, engineers have created a car that runs on parsley. Next they hope to get the buses and trains to run on time. Yeah, in our garden we've just been putting some herbs in. We've got rosemary. We're getting, and we've got sage. Elaine wants to get some parsley. So I said, well, we've got to get thyme as well. So we've got parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Marilyn, I've got a Narwhal Voyage Pride fountain pen. It's beautiful rainbowish colours. Yeah, I've seen them. They look really nice. The Goat Girl, I heard your last comment in the voice of These Are the Days of Our Life soap opera intro. And we got a smiley face and a lol. Andreas, all the delivery chat reminded me to delay my FedEx delivery for my pelican. It was due to go to home while I'm away. Goat Girl to Jim, good one. Blonde Scales 1, I was thinking more of Kosh from Babylon 5. Do you know, I've got to re-watch Babylon 5. I haven't watched it for about 4 or 5 years. The one thing, sorry, I'm just fetching over my cordial. The one thing I do remember from watching Babylon 5, a number of the scenes were set in a toilet, and that's one thing which really tickled me, because if you look on Star Trek, they obviously have evolved beyond the need to use the toilet. David, a musician who got older, could no longer play piano by ear. Now he's started using his hands, so I'm sorry. Jim, nice now, Gary. I thought about getting a Nautilus. Last night I ordered instead an original Winter. I like the Nautilus. It's a really nice shape. So the Voyage and the Nautilus virtually identical. Sorry, I'm on apple and blackcurrant is my cordial today. The Goat Girl to Marilyn, what pen and nib? Marcy me. To Andreas, which pelican are you expecting? I'm awaiting my Pelican M1000 Renaissance on Monday. Oh, that sounds like an interesting pen. The Goat Girl to Blonde Scales 1. I'm afraid I don't get that reference, but I will try and look it up. David, to Marcy, that'd be a good day. I'm really happy that you got it. Marilyn, oh my, it was like writing with a wet noodle. Awesome. We've got a nice pen there from Tom. Me too there from Marcy. The Goat Girl, oh, I bet you can't wait. Congratulations. Blonde Scales 1, Kosh, and so it begins. John, I agree the Hexo is infinitely better than the Safari. Marilyn, what pen and nib? Tom, the Franklin Christoph nibs are really great, even on the very inexpensive pens. Jim, Gary, do you ink your weekly pens with the amount of ink you think you will use? If so, you were a bit light this week. No, whenever I fill them, I do fill them as much as I can. And then, like this month, which is a use me up month, so I've got loads of pens with ink in. The idea is I'm just using them to use up the ink that's in there to try and, well, A, get down the number of inked pens. Also means I can ink those pens again with something else if I want to. But it's just a way of going through. So I'm hoping to get through maybe 15, 16 pens this month. David, moment, isn't it weird? Star Trek goes where no one has ever gone before, and they always seem to find someone there. Absolutely. The Girl, Gary, are your pens not writing because you've used up all your ink, or is it the weather? No, it's because I've used up all the ink. I'd say this month is definitely a use me up month. I'm fetching this one into the rotation soon. This is the Conklin Durograph that Tony sent me the nib for. Let's just quickly go over to the camera. And look, it's still writing. So, Tony, you've fixed it. So that one's coming into rotation. So, oh, alright, he said that he's fixed it. And what happens when you're on camera, you get an issue. There we go. So that's going to be coming into rotation, so I can hopefully try and capture things like that. So that goes to my new 3D printed pen stand. Oh, tears. Blonde Scales 1, you should probably be where no human has gone before. Absolutely. The Girl, good point. Simply Obs, that's gorgeous. Marcy Me, keep them coming. Jim, I think Platinum Citrus Black looks better for my taste. David, how many times do you have to click I accept cookies before they send the cookies? I know, I'm with you on that one, David. They keep asking these things and promising them and never turning up. Uh, Blonde Scales 1, they'll never send the cookies. Marilyn, the only pilot Pixton. Kiss My, you get the cookies once you consent to 24/7 monitoring, I think. And David, probably right. David, another moment. Is a judo match a Game of Thrones song? Oh, yes. The Goat Girl, so the pen that wrote like a wet noodle was a pilot Pixton. Blonde Scales 1, I gave up and bought my own cookies yesterday. No, from Marilyn. David, and to the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing. Do you know, it's amazing, it was a while ago, there's actually a documentary about zero and how it came into being, and it's really, really interesting. Jim, a new arrival for me, Wingsun 601A, all stainless steel, filled with a Hondian blackish green. Awesome. I've got a red plastic 601A. I haven't had that out for ages. Marilyn, the next thing you're going to tell us is that we can grow time. Absolutely, I wish we could. David, I got in trouble back in school because I couldn't spell the word Armageddon. I thought, so what? It's not the end of the world, is it? Oh, John, to Marilyn, was that a flex pen? Blonde Girls 1, you can grow time. David, a really lazy guy joined the gym 6 months ago and there was no progress. He's going down to the gym tomorrow to see what the problem is. Tom, FC Faber-Castell, sorry, I don't know why I thought Franklin Christoph. Like the pen you inked. The Gold Girl, do you mean the Hexo? Andreas, it's the M815 metal striped in black from Goulet I ordered last Sunday. Marilyn, I meant the pilot piston, not Pixton, silly finger. Oh, so that's the Customer Heritage 92. David, what did they yell at Edgar Allan Poe right before he ran into a tree? Poetry. Oh no. Tom, then we got a yes. The Goat Girl, I've heard that Hexo are really good. I can only say from the one I've got, but I absolutely love it. It really is one of my favourite pens. Right, let's head on now to the next section. Got to move screens, there we go, so hopefully you should now be able to see PowerPoint. Not PowerPoint, should I say Keynote. So last week's videos. Monday we had my first impressions of the Wingsun 930. It's a beast of a pen, really is. I actually quite like it, it's so big though. It's almost too big for my hands. Wednesday, that was my wrap up of 2020 of January's pens, which were all winning pens from 2025. That was an interesting one when I was ranking that because, you know, they were all stunners. And then on Friday, that was where I introduced the pens I'm using this month, which I think at the moment, all but one, which is the Hexo, are already empty. And so I've been fetching in other pens. The list is growing. And next week's pens. So coming up on Monday, this is where I look at the cheap notepads. This is really interesting, this one, because all of the notepads actually performed not too bad. Two of them were exceptional, really good. And them two notepads, they were so expensive. They were absolutely horrendously expensive. They were 10 cents each. You know, so I'll certainly have a look at that one. It's worth trying out the cheaper notepads. You never know what you're going to find. On Wednesday is my Inky Countdown colour vent wrap up. So here what I do is I pick my top 5 favourite inks. So we go quickly through all the swatch cards and then I pick my 5 favourites. Friday, that's the first impressions of the pen that Tony sent me. I loved recording that video. So that's going to come out on Friday. Absolutely stunning, that's all I'll say to you. And then Saturday, that's Ask Me Anything. So for members, they'll get the February version. For non-members, it's either August or September, whatever it was 6 months ago. And then book of the week, I finished it. I finished 2 Green Angel Tower by Tad Williams. Absolutely loved it. Oh, and the way he killed off some characters, I thought really he was taking a risk killing them off, but I think it really paid off. Really nice, really enjoying that. And then I started The Killing Stones by Anne Cleeves. So this is a Jimmy Perez novel. It's not a Shetland novel because he's now moved. He's now based in Orkney. Really liking this one. It's an enjoyable read. I'm halfway through it, so I must get that finished in 2 or 3 days, and then I'll move on to a Terry Brooks book. So that's what's going on the channel. Oh, I managed to time that well, didn't I, when I was taking a mouthful of drink. So back to the comments. Marcy Me to Andreas. Let me just, there we go. Enjoy, the M800s are amazing, and with the fabulous nib size. John, I have 2 new Pelicans, which are my first, the M200 and the M600. The 200 with a steel nib is surprisingly good. And of course my M600 is great. Absolutely, Pelican have got some really nice steel nibbed pens in that 200 line. I've got a 205 in blue. Oh, it's really nice. I'll have to get that inked up again. Jim, my Hexo is just okay, but I've got a Lamy Next, which is my better writer. It looks similar to the Hexo. Let me make a note of that. Oops. Ripping paper now. Lamy Next. Got another pen here which is writing for me. Oops. So this is a pen I brought in to use today. Oh, it has got ink. Let me just do a quick. Oh no, maybe it hasn't got ink. Let's see if that'll work. So it's another one that'll be going in the clean out pot in a minute. Lamy Next. This is the Bennu tribute in Darwin. Another stunning pen, but guess what? That's going into the clean out pot. No, it won't. I might leave that. I don't know. No, we'll clean it out. Plus there was next to no ink in there. David. A man developed a form of musical amnesia that keeps him from remembering any songs from the 1980s. There is no cure. Oh. Kiss my... Oh, so many gorgeous pelicans being talked about. I'm getting jealous. Blonde Scales 1. Bob David with a giant foam hammer. James, welcome to you, James. I took an extra fine nib from a cracked Pilot Kakuno body and put it on a Metro. Yeah, I think, is it the Kakuno, the Prera, the Metro, the Explorer, and I think there's another one, but I can't remember what it is. I think they all share roughly the same nib size, so it's brilliant being able to do that. So you're taking it from a pen that essentially wasn't working and putting it into your Metro. Jim, I put the Hexo and Twist in the same box. I haven't tried a Twist yet either. The Goat Girl, Jim, good to know. I have 4 Safaris and they really like their nibs. Oh, sorry, and really like their nibs. David, what do you do if a pen collector starts viciously and erratically charging? Take away his charge cards and get him a credit counsellor. Oh, we got hello there. Kiss my. What's the pen everyone here wants more of? Simply Orbs, such a good looking pen. David, what do you call a selfish pen? inconsiderate. Marilyn, 78G Plus can also take a Kakuno size nib. Yeah, I knew there was another one, I just wasn't sure what it was. So that's all the comments. So I'll start doing the wrap up and then we'll come back to the comments when I've finished. So membership's available. As you saw with the little ad, that all goes towards helping to support the channel, helping to keep growing what we're doing. If you're able to help support, please hit the join button on my YouTube page and that'll take you through to how you can support the channel. Please hit the thumbs up button every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. So, coming back to the comments, the girl to kiss my, I really want 3 black broad nibs for my safaris. Does that count? I don't see why not. Andreas, I think David's humour is too cerebral for me. James, I would love to have a Pelicano. Yeah, that would be an interesting one as well. Marilyn, thanks Gary, thanks everyone. Jim, have a great coming week everybody. David, blessings everyone, have a great week and walk with God. Blonde Skills 1, what pens are you willing to give away? That's an easy one for me, none. I love my babies, they're all my little babies. Andreas, thanks Gary, stay safe all. I'll be travelling next week, so see you in a fortnight. Have fun on your travels. Marilyn, Cactus Nib Experiments. Blonde Scales 1, have a great week. John, I'd love a Pelican M100 and M1000 and a good Mont Blanc 149. But older when they were consistently good. That's an awesome idea. You know, I'd need to try a vintage pen. Thank you so much to Jim there for that super chat. Massive thank you as well there to Scotty. Also for a super thanks or super chat or super sticker. I can never remember what they're called. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. The Goat Girl, have a great week. Kiss my, thanks Gary, everyone. Have a great week all. Me, more Pelicans and Pilots in close contention. Blonde Scales 1, that was in response to the more of questions. Marcy Me, I have several pens to give away. Connect with me. Simply all, thanks to Gary. Let's do a refresh. So, we've got Marcy Me, then we've got a me there. So that's it. Thank you all for your time. As I say, hit that thumbs up button. It's one of the easiest things you can do and it helps with the algorithm. It's amazing the difference a thumbs up can make to a video. And I know I'm terrible, I keep forgetting to do them myself. Problem is I watch mine on the TV, so it's not as easy to do a thumbs up when you're on the TV. If I watch them on the computer, I normally do. So thank you all once again, and I'll talk to you again soon.